So, we wanted to break all these different boundaries.
Awesome. Okay, so let's get back to the idea of Comic-Con. You two being here, you're representing Con Edison. How do you like being here at Comic-Con? And personally, what do you look forward to? I know you're here for business, but I'm sure there's a little fun in it too for you.
Absolutely. I mean, we have a booth here, and we get all these people in their costumes, and they're coming up to us, and it's just very exciting to engage with them. I'm going to bring my 15-year-old daughter later this weekend, so
Awesome.
That's very family fun. So I'm excited about that.
Yeah, Comic-Con's awesome. It's just a cool, mix of people and different things going on, and so it's been, definitely one of the perks of the job to be able to come here and have a booth here.
What is the response you're getting from people stopping at your booth when you're showing them what the app does?
I mean, I think the initial response is kind of like, why are you guys here? And then, once they get past that, I think that, people think it's pretty cool. I mean, everybody likes, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, and, we use all of those characters in our stuff with DC. So I think everybody's very, excited to get like an original storyline and things like that. So.
Oh, absolutely.
And really, we're kind of playing off the word, superheroes, because obviously DC Comics, we have, as Chris mentioned, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, but Con Edison is also in there, and our hats off to our line workers that are out there, every day trying to keep the the energy going in New York City.
The lights on.
Right, the lights on. Plus also just the general public, because we actually need the general public's help. If there's a gas situation. So to us, the general public, they're also heroes too.
Absolutely. I mean, so many times, everyone just relies on this company to lights on, and we were talking about this before. When everything's going great, no one thinks twice. It's like when you're healthy. When you're healthy, you don't appreciate your body for it. You're just like, okay, I go about my day. But when something happens, God forbid, the first people they call is Con Edison and complain, hey, turn my lights back on. And you're like, we have men and women out there trying to do their best to keep you guys not in the dark.
Right, and you know what? And that's okay. If the lights go off and people call us, we want them to contact us. If something's going on with their steam or with their gas, get on us. We want to be out there. We want to be held accountable.
Right.
We're trying to be as transparent as possible and to let people know, hey, we're here to help you.
Awesome.
And I mean, it's I think we're also okay with people not noticing us, because that just means we're doing our job. It's if because you don't know, you kind of take for granted that you're going to flip the light switch and the lights are going to come on.
Yep.
So as long as that's happening, we're okay with that.
It's totally something that you don't even think about. I'm going to look at the Slack chat and see if anyone's talking us up. Will you do me a favor and show a little more of the app, and because we want to see Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman.
And what's cool is the app has like the villains as well, right? So you see Scarecrow, you see Poison Ivy, you see the Joker, and they're all plotting different, like a nerve gas or some sort of gas attack. And then of course you have the Justice League that comes in with the help of Con Edison, and they foil their plans. So that's kind of cool, right?
Yeah, very cool.
Right, and if you're into comic books, it uses DC's new 32 version of the characters, so it's very
there you go. Oh wow,
so
look at
it's
that.
all the newest versions
Flash.
of the comic superheroes, and so it's a pretty DC did the story, and obviously when you work with them, you have access to the some of the best artists and writers available, so they came up with the storyline, did the artwork, so it's all very very sleek and professional and very cool.
Yeah, and we wanted to figure out, how, what's the best way of reaching, this particular population, and really just telling a very simple yet effective story, but at the same time very entertaining and engaging. And working with DC Comics and with Chris, I think we're doing the right thing.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, do you guys have a favorite DC comic, either strip or superhero?
I mean, I'm a Batman guy. So,
you are?
Yeah.
Are you super psyched for the upcoming movie?
I am. I was actually just down there yesterday looking at the new bat suit and stuff. So
really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
And then who's your favorite Batman? I mean, we have to talk about that if we're going to get on the topic of Batman. There's been so many.
So far, probably Christian Bale is my favorite, but we'll see how it goes with the next movie.
I know.
I like those movies, so I liked him as Batman.
I know the voice. It's just all that stands out with him. It's so funny, and there's so much more to the movies, but he just did something with that everyone took to, or didn't, but talked about, right? What about you?
You know, I like Wonder Woman. And I'm still waiting for the movie to come out.
Yeah.
You know, and it's so hard
There's
to try
so much
to
talk
yeah.
around it.
So, and you know, it was supposed to launch 5 years ago, 3 years ago, and you know, nothing's happening there. And you know, so many names were put out there.
Yes.
But you know,
even for the TV show.
oh, absolutely.
That they've changed her costume how many times, and it's not really. People were complaining because it's not the same as what the old one was, so they didn't even want to see it.
Yeah, and I really want to see someone. I have a 15-year-old daughter, so I really want to see someone that she could look up to.
Right.
So, you know, very excited about that.
Oh, that's awesome. We were talking
But
the
in
other
the
day.
meantime, you can see
You
her in
can-
the app.
Oh, look at that.
Yes, but in the meantime, yes, she's on there.
Oh, that's great.
That particular situation, I think there's a some sort of gas leak in a daycare type setting. So Wonder Woman and Cyborg come in to rescue the kids. So I think it was like some sort of nerve gas. Is that what it was?
Yeah, it's a
That's awesome.
poisonous gas.
Hey, that's awesome. I mean, that's a comic right there. I mean, whether it's brought to you by Con Edison or whoever, I mean, that's pretty awesome.
Right, and that's the idea, is that the story's good. So if you like this kind of stuff, you're gonna like it. It's not, you know, necessarily, oh, it's Con Edison, I gotta
Right.
get it. It's just, I like the characters, I want to read the story, and then you'll pick up the Con Edison information kind of subliminally,
Right,
as
along
you go
the
along.
way.
Right.
You
Yeah, it
will
was-
turn your gas off.
Yeah, it was very cleverly, you know, put together, and you know, you're actually getting a very important message.
Yes.
But you're being entertained
it.
at the same time. And one of my favorite ones is where you see Superman at the very end with one of our Con Edison representatives. I think
Aw.
his name is Jack.
Yeah.
And they're shaking hands. And even the Flash makes a joke to Superman, and he says, "I guess not everybody has to be a superhero
Aw.
to like save the world."
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. Very exciting.
Are you guys gonna have any cosplayers at your booth, like all dressed in Con Ed? I know you have the helmets, right?
We do have the helmets. If you want to pass them on.
Sydney, you're gonna do it. You're gonna have to get a jumpsuit one of these days and cosplay your own brand.
I'm all for that. I'm
Yeah,
all
are
for
you?
it. Coming in here, when we were scanning in, I had 2 Con Edison hard hats with me,
Okay.
and the person that scanned me in said, "Great costume."
I do dress like
Yes,
this.
and I said, "Well, no, it's legit. Here's my card, so I'm real."
You're like, it's called business casual, and this is my hard hat.
There you go. Yes. So- but
That's
it's
so
great
fun.
that we have such identity here in New York City, and people really identify, you know, Con Edison.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm telling you, when we were talking to you guys about being guests, I'm like, really? Is that the name of a new comic, either strip or company?
Yeah. I was trying to get DC to make a superhero after us, but I don't know if it's gonna work or not.
Oh my gosh! Hey, if that happens, you guys have to come back and show us. And I'm holding you to that. We've got to get you in cosplay Con Ed uniform by the end of this week.
Absolutely.
All
We'll,
right.
we'll try to figure out something. We
We'll
brought
put
the
Michael in it.
that I would like. That I would like. We brought the hard hats because we wanted people to come to our booth, take some pictures with us, and you know,
Yeah.
share them. There he is.
No, there he is. I said I'm gonna make you dress up as a Con Edison superhero.
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I got the hard hat already.
Exactly.
It looks great on you.
We just
Thank
need
you.
this
Now,
too.
okay, so here, now I'm going to quiz you.
Yeah.
So if you smell gas, what are you
Well,
supposed
first
to do?
of all, I don't smell gas. I smell rotten eggs.
There
Yeah,
you go.
sulfur.
And
Absolutely.
the first thing I have to do, honestly, quite honestly, my good friend who's probably watching, John Leader, who I grew up with, is probably going to say, we have to figure out if I passed gas or if it's actually a gas leak. And then once we do that, we can then make sure we call the authorities and say, hey, there's a gas leak. And obviously we would call Con Ed first. If the line's busy because there's some kind of disaster, we're going to call the authorities, not an emergency line. And we're going to call
And actually, to us, you
regular
know,
dispatcher, and then we're going to vacate the premises and try and get other people to do the same.
absolutely, absolutely. So for us, you know, even if you think you smell gas, to us, it's an emergency. Just,
Right.
you know, evacuate the area. Don't use anything electrical. No, don't use your cell phone. Don't turn off a light. Don't
Well, how
turn
am I
it off.
calling you if I can't use my cell phone?
You
I
step
go
outside. Yes,
Outside.
you go outside. You go outside, and then that's when you dial 911, or you can call
You
us.
could call 911.
Yes,
You can.
absolutely.
Okay, so
we
call 911.
absolutely encourage dialing 911.
How did
yes.
I do on my test? I did pretty good.
Oh, you did good. You did absolutely. Just the fact that you were aware. And that's what we want.
Awareness.
That's the message. Be aware.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And conversation. Talk about it. Absolutely. The hat looks good.
Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. I'll turn it back over to Andrea. We got to obviously.
Thank you for stopping by,
you guys,
Michael.
You're welcome.
I love it.
I got to go on a call now.
It's just the beginning.
Thank you. I did get paged that I've got to go now to fix something on like 30th Street. So
God help
there
us.
you go.
I'll see
Thank
you guys later. I'll let you wrap it up.
Wear
Thank
your
you for your
boots.
time. I know
Wear your
you've got
boots.
it. Yes, I've got them. They're steel tip.
Yeah.
They're the Tims, right? Is that what we need?
Yes.
The Tims.
As
all
long
right.
as they're steel-toed,
And
absolutely.
I've got this sweater at home.
We'll work on it. We have 2 more days to get you in that. You guys, Sidney, Chris, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you for having
Thank
us.
It really is a positive message, right? And this is a great way to get it out. And that's what we here at BeTerrific are all about. Positive messages, awareness. And we're so thankful for you, the Terrifics, for watching and spreading this message and the positivity. The Terrifics in the chat room are loving you guys. They think it's a great idea, and what a way to deliver it. I'm Andrea Fasano. Once again, this is BeTerrific. You guys are awesome and terrific. Stay tuned for more New York Comic Con 2015 live coverage from BeTerrific.com, and we will be right back after this.